everlasting, truly everlasting. And true things, we talk about bad things, only ever bad things. This past year's been a nightmare. I've been losing my shit, trying to fight fair. Really all I need is fresh air. My girl left, never came back. I've been racking my brain, trying to think back. Was I truly ever like that? I don't believe in fate. I think the weight of the world lies on your shoulders. I think I need a change, 'cause as of late I've been living in a wasteland. Losing sleep, watch the light reflecting, the hours never ending. And do you think life is everlasting, truly everlasting? So you just walk out that door. I never wanna leave your side, leave your side. I'll pick myself up the floor. I never wanna leave your side, John. So you just walk out that door. I never wanna leave your side, leave your side. I'll pick myself off the floor. I never wanna leave your side, John. I don't believe fate is what I need to get my shit together. I think I need a change, 'cause as of late I've been living in a wasteland. I don't believe in fate. I think the weight of the world lies on your shoulders. I think I need a change, 'cause as of late. There's been plenty of moments that I fell in hard times. More often than not, getting faded was my lifeline. I realized that I've always struggled with change, but sometimes you gotta rearrange before you go insane. I've been doing my best to stay true to myself, put my next foot forward and smoking dope for my health. I never give up the music till I'm rolling in wealth. Some days I swear this basement's my own personal hell. Well, I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you. I confess I'm obsessed with the sex. Heart palpitations every time that she texts. I admit that we ain't always been the best for each other, but what is love without the little test? Girl, you know you're my sneaky link. When I'm with you, my ego shrink. I'm just craving time for us alone. I think about you every time I'm home smoking dope. I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good, at least start or middle of your week. A lot to talk about. A lot is going on, and a lot is on the table for not only crypto, but the macro market. We know we have some important meetings in the Federal Reserve sector for the U.S. economy. I believe tomorrow and Friday. Guys, I don't follow these every day. It's not like I have a schedule posted on my computer. Frankly, I don't really care when they talk. It's pretty much know the direction we're headed over the next couple of years. But anyways, on that, I believe it's Powell does CPI, and then the bank income or bank realizing whatever the banks like come out and say, oh, whatever we made or lost or whatever we're doing, which has a major effect on it. It will have a major effect long term, but depending on how the market initially reacts. So first things first, I'm seeing a lot of new faces, except for Yasir. What's up, Yasir? What's going on, man? Is this the relief rally in a bear market? Buddy, this is one of several large relief rallies you'll see over the course of the bear market. And a lot of you are going to get confused, over the next probably year or two, because over the last week I've had to thoroughly explain myself, which I am no longer going to do. If you've been following me, if you know anything about me, I'm very macro bearish. We're in an economic recession. Yes, there's sidelined cash, but we have interest rate hikes that are really going to blow this economy, blow it down. I mean, it is very diverse, but we're definitely going to hurt. How bad do we hurt? I'm not sure. But when I'm bullish on something, it's because I'm swing trading it. And the only way I can say it's going up is by saying bullish. I am not macro bullish, not in the slightest. And it's unfortunate because you have new people that come in and they have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm saying I'm bullish on this. And I was blamed. Someone DM'd me. They said I lost a ton of money because of you, because you said that you were bullish on this. And I said, okay, but over the last 12 months, I've said I'm macro bearish. I am not macro bullish. I'm really not macro bullish until we break all-time highs, which sounds a little ridiculous, but you can't say we're in a bull market if we're not breaking prior all-time highs anyways. Just finished finals and on vacation. That's awesome, man. Where do I think the DXY is going? Up. I think the DXY will move up like it has in the past during recession. How is the market going up with impending recession? Okay, and this is another thing that people don't understand. In what way is this market going up at all? Right? Guys, this market is going down. It's going down. Look at crypto. It's been going down the entire time. Right? In no way, shape, or form is this market going up. These small interim bounces have to happen so we can continue that downtrend. We have been going down. And it's been, not the easiest market to trade in by any means, but the direction's down, right? We haven't gone up at all. If you're an investor, and you have to remember, not everybody's a trader, not everyone's a swing trader. Like 90% of people are investors. You don't invest in this, right? I mean, you do eventually. Like if we have a big crash, you should definitely invest in that. But this, if you invested at any point here, you're at a net loss. Unless you literally bought in here or maybe this part, right? Actually, well, really anything below where we are now. So really for the last, and granted, if you're an investor, you're buying all of this and all of this. So really, you're probably break even if you're an investor if you got extremely lucky and started at the bottom here. But if not, this market's going down, and it has been going down for the last year. So this notion that everything's going up, please stop watching lower time frames. You are wasting your own time. Aren't we in a recession? Yes, we're in a recession, but our economy is very diverse. There's also a lot of sideline capital, and we could very well, the market could pump. You guys have to remember, our economy was not the way it is, or I guess 10 years ago, the economy was not what it is today. It is so diverse. The internet has changed really everything. And maybe one sector could be in recess being affected by rate hikes. And a good example of this is the COVID crash, right? COVID crash happened. There were many sectors of business that were hurt. There were also many sectors of business that made an unbelievable amount of money, right? So where one industry suffers, another gains. Do I think we're going to see $1 equal €1 again? I don't know. I'm not a gypsy. I don't have like a crystal ball or anything, man. Roman's TA is really solid. Appreciate it. All right, let's get into some TA. That's what you guys came here. You don't care about my rant. So big thing on the S&P. I've tweeted about this the last 2 days. This is huge. We have several rejections on a diagonal here. I'm not a fan of diagonals. Could we slightly break out and reject at this level? Absolutely. Make that double top and head down. I think that's a very, very good probability. What I don't see is that melt up scenario. I don't see that happening yet. There's just rates aren't favorable. No one's taking out loans to boost out their businesses. Banks are making loans harder to acquire. But if this happens, if we get that diagonal fake out, that fake breakout like this will allow crypto to run to 20K, 100%. I've been saying it for a while. I believe Bitcoin will go to 20K. Still halfway into my longs. I'm kind of waiting for a pullback to get a re-entry. We'll see if we even get one. You don't always have to get one, but when we get to Bitcoin's TA, I'll get to why I think a small pullback might happen, right? But for now, nothing really bullish here. We go up to the weekly, and you actually have some hidden bearish divergences now. Let's get this. You had bullish divergences between these 2 points. That's why we had a nice pump here, a nice little relief rally. But now we're starting to see, whoops, I don't know what the fuck just happened there. But okay. But now we're starting to see those hidden bearish divergences. We have 1, 2, and more than likely we'll get a third here, especially if we go up to here. This will only go to here, and you'll have that third hidden bearish divergence. I don't know if it matters that much, may or may not. But for now, I don't know what is happening to my chart. But for now, nothing really bullish on the S&P. Guys, we pumped. Things you don't always just go down in a bear market, just like you don't always go up in a bull market. These sideways moves have to happen ultimately to reset indicators, right? This whole kind of sideways here is probably just a reset so we can go lower. One, because RSI is very, very oversold here. You have those divergences, so now those have to play out divergences. And now you're seeing that MACD cross on the week. We could very easily just do this, right? So get it in your head that we're still in a downtrend. We're still very, very bearish, and ultimately this will affect crypto. DXY. Now this is important. Something I've been talking about and posted a couple times this week. S&P going into resistance. I want you guys to keep this in your mind. Going into resistance. DXY going into support. A support level that's held 1, 2, 3, 4, and not yet a 5th time. But here, if we start to bounce 5 times, right? If the DXY is bouncing off a major support area, and again, for those of you that think, oh, well, what about that? Okay, well, zoom out, right? Zoom out and look at some of these other time periods where we had massive sell-offs on the DXY, where they were instantly recovered and we went several percentage points higher. You have to remember the DXY is not an altcoin. It doesn't move 100%. A 5% move on the DXY is still pretty substantial. Even right here, look, huge parabolic run up. Big sell-off here. I believe that's a 115 all the way to 103. Look at this. We're actually repeating a similar move to what happened in the 80s, right before the DXY went parabolic again. If you compare these two moves, and let's do a side-by-side here. Again, I don't know why my chart is not working for me today. But check this out on the DXY. Here's your current time frame. Here's your 1980s, right? And I want you guys to see this. We had are these both in week? Yeah, okay. We had ultimately a parabolic uptrend followed by a significant period. Look where we stopped, about 115. We actually stopped 115. Go all the way down, bottom at 103. We're now at 103. I fully expect this to happen. right? In a parabolic uptrend, a large downturn is very well, I would say very expected, right? It would be hard to imagine that's not something that we'd expect. But if we compare these side by side, I mean, this exact same thing. I mean, let's even put a trend line on it. I mean, same thing, except it kind of breaks the trend line there. So I don't know if we even want that. But ultimately, same thing. We're seeing the same thing, same price level, right? Let's see if I can get these to match. But ultimately, you're seeing the same thing. Same price level, same everything. We'll even do this. Check that out. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Save it. We'll tweet it tomorrow. What do I think about the 2-week bull cross on SPX potential? I don't look at it 2 weeks. I don't care. And I'm not like trying to dismiss you, but I stick to relative time frames because you could type in a 45-minute chart and find something, or a 5-hour chart or a 7-hour chart, and you'll find something that you want to see. Seeing one indicator that gives you or tells you something doesn't mean anything. You need confluence. That's one of the things I teach my trading classes. Just because you see a golden cross or a death cross or a whatever doesn't mean that you take the trade. A lot of times those are used as fake outs because it's easy for retail. Like if you go in and type in trading 101, like the first thing you learn is a golden cross. It's the easiest thing to bait retail, right? Thoughts on QNT? I don't do alts unless we're in the bull market. I am going to take a screenshot of this for now. And I'm actually going to do this. Put that there. Yeah, that's not going to help. No, it just looks dumb. Put that there. Let's grab the ghost bars. I think I have to go from here all the way to here. Nope, that ain't it. Ain't ghost. Which one is it? Bars pattern. There it is. I mean, you put... Seriously? Oh my goodness. It is actually not going to let me do it unless I do this. I'm going to do this real quick, take a screenshot, and then we'll move on. I have to get this now because I'm going to forget. I've got a lot of stuff I got to do today. Like walk the dog still and all that mess. But look at this. I mean, we're basically following the same DXY, same levels of resistance, same everything. And it's kind of shocking that people aren't seeing things like this. Let's make it white. How's that? Look at that. Look at the confluence on that support and resistance as well. That's absurd. Absurd. I mean, it's followed the same. I mean, look, we even rejected at the same levels here. I mean, I'm not a big fractal person, right? Like, I really don't enjoy fractals that much because, you know, as much as we say patterns repeat themselves, which they generally do, for you to get a multi-year fractal correct to the T, I just don't see that happening. There's so many factors that are at play, right? Let's get a snipping tool in here. Very clean. I mean, very, very nice. Got the years in there. Perfect. All right, let's move on. I'm sorry about that. I needed that. Let's move on. Total. What is happening on the total chart? Why is this being ridiculous, dude? Goodness. Total. One of the reasons why we were bullish. Nice little double bottom on the weekly. Looks really, really solid. It really depends how this week closes. We've talked about this possibly being a descending wedge, possibly a bear flag. The key here is volume. and volume has been going down. Now, the only problem for me on being a double bottom here is volume kind of sucks. It's really, really bad. It's really, really low. Granted, if we get a large move upwards, I'd like to see this volume come in. That would make it truly bullish. Doesn't mean the bottom's in. We'd probably do something like this and, more sideways. It's going to be a long time until we get new all-time highs, folks. Like this idea of a bottom being in, you won't know until after the fact. It is a very scary fractal, but it's right on par, right? Yeah, like I said, man, I don't care what the fundamentals or whatever of QNT is. I don't do alts unless we're in the heat of the bull market. Like, trading altcoins is a ginormous waste of time in the bear market. I'm telling you. USDT, this is interesting. So this is actually dumping on the weekly, still dumping on the daily, but yet Bitcoin's pumping, right? We actually had confirmed. Oh, no, sorry. I mixed that up. USDT. This is I always get this confused. It's always a mouthful of words. Tether dominance going down is good for Bitcoin, right? Oh, dude, don't make me get out of here and ban you for spamming chat. That's just annoying. Don't be that guy. We have a double top here, right? We had a double top on Bitcoin. We had a double bottom. Lots of altcoins had very bullish patterns. This continuing to go down, this kind of breaking below support, or really resistance, because we haven't found support. We do our supports on the weekly, so really we'd have to break this level. This is a solid sign for crypto, right? Like, I would say anything below this is probably more expansion for a short-term or medium-term move up for crypto. However, starting to get into these lower time frames, this is big because this could contribute to a bounce, right? We actually have some bullish divergence here with the 4-hour continuing to go down, but RSI going up. We also have some selling divergence on MACD between our momentum candles, not yet our moving averages. If the moving averages looked a little better, and we have a little bit, right? We have a tiny bit here between these lower lows. Again, when we get to Bitcoin, this will match with Confluence and why I think a small bounce, at least a small pullback. So if you're not in longs or you still believe this is going to go up, it'll give you a good opportunity to go long. But on the daily, looking really, really bullish for crypto, right? This whole double top, it'll get us a reset. Maybe we'll bounce here, give us that nice short-term relief rally. But really won't know until we get there. I would really like to see something like this, right? A little bit of a relief rally gives crypto a chance to kind of get a reset on smaller time frames, like the 4-hour and below. And then from there we can continue those higher time frame moves like the daily. Moving into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on the day. We talked about this a week ago. I shared this with my students. And by the way, if you're interested in trading calls, I post all of my trading calls for patrons via Discord. So if you're interested, the link is in my bio. It's also in the Discord. There should be a Discord link either in the description or in one of the bot messages. But we originally posted buys here at 16.5, additions at 17,000, and rode it really to about 17,300, sold half, held half. Why did I sell half? One being some of this divergence that's here. Although the daily looks really good, I wasn't so sure, right? Because we have the S&P approaching resistance. We have the DXY bouncing off a major support area. We just showcased that fractal 1980 versus 2022. So ultimately, macro-wise, and again, macro is the higher time frame. It just seemed like we were done, right? Now, did we continue up a little bit more? Yes. But now we have this issue. We have divergences, making higher highs in price, lower highs in RSI. We also have momentum divergence. We do not have moving average divergence, so we can cancel that. Although price action looks good, again, we could easily drop to 17,100, have volume be very, very flat and low. This would constitute a long position. I would take a very, very large long position here. Now, granted, that completely depends on what is the DXY doing, what is SPX doing, what's my risk management if I take that long position. But ultimately, we are looking for some type of pullback now, right? You sent me a Twitter message about my 4-month trading course. So the 4-month trading course, it's all posted on Patreon. Let me actually read your question. Let's read your question real quick, because it might. I was wondering if the... No, it doesn't. So please, okay, so if you have a question on... Oh, wow, that's not it. When do my classes start? So the live classes, so any of you guys that are interested, I just finished 4 months of live sessions with I don't know how many students. I think it was like 60, 70 students, and you can sign up via Patreon. But I leave all of those live videos up on Patreon. So if you're interested, and maybe let's say you don't want to pay for 4 months, you can literally buy this month and watch 4 months worth of videos. You can still ask me questions in Discord because you have a private chat with me in Discord. And, again, it's a good option if you don't, you maybe, let's say you learn at a quicker pace. You don't have time to learn over 4 months, or you want to learn quicker, or you want to watch every night, or you have some vacation days. You want to take 2 weeks and binge watch all the videos. You certainly can. But I leave all of those videos up on Patreon. So you can literally start week 1. Like it literally says week 1 to week 16. There is a syllabus posted that all the videos follow. And if you have any questions, you can refer to me in Discord. Beautiful gold chain you got there. I am not wearing a gold chain, so you're tripping balls. I'm literally not. Like, no gold chain today, bro. I wish, but it's upstairs. I only wear it. Well, I mean, I usually wear it when I'm not like working out that day. So I worked out today, so I took it off. But all right, let's see. God, the daily looks so good. Like, it's really unfortunate that people like don't understand how good and bullish this daily looks, especially if we break 18K. Like, you have one of the cleanest double bottoms ever. If we break this area, we are turbo sending up here, or possibly here, right? I mean, you're looking at something like this, and then we go lower, possibly make the next swing trade setup, and then move from there. It all just depends. We have really nice volume here, too. It's kind of astonishing that people were dismissing longs, and I've said this multiple weeks. Guys, this asset's down 80%. If you're not, let's say you're not a trader, you don't know how to trade, you should at least be buying a little bit each week. How can Bitcoin still go up? I mean, it's down 80%. Like, it can go up as high as it wants. Like, guys, you shouldn't be shorting. You missed all the shorts. You missed every opportunity to short. 100%. I mean, the chance at shorting is just not there anymore. And here we go. We're pumping hard again. This is great. I love seeing this. I was the only person that was calling longs at this level, too. It's music to my ears. This is an excellent pump. Would I take profits for CPI? No, I'd take profits if my chart told me to take profits. Like, I only take profits when the daily looks bearish. Like, I mostly trade off the daily. Wow, we are sending. Huge. All right, guys. I'm going to go make dinner. I really don't have anything else for today. I am interested in a pullback. Again, the 4-hour. Oh, now it's breaking the divergence level. So we'll have to see how the 4-hour closes. Closes in 30 minutes, so this will be interesting. But with all that said, guys, be patient, use risk management, and good luck.